Do you ever feel stuck in the rat race? Life doesn't have to be that way if you're willing to put in the work. In Bigger Vision, Chris Garrison helps you discover the keys to abundance, freedom, and personal growth that let you live the life of your dreams. And now, here's your host, Chris Garrison.
Are you asking the right questions? Many times we're asking the wrong questions, therefore we're getting the wrong answers. See, many times as I'm in these rooms, these mastermind rooms, I often hear people say, ask better questions. But you can't ask better questions without having the knowledge and the know-how of what questions to ask. So many times we will sit here and say, I want to double my money. I want to double whatever it is that you're trying to increase. And if you came to me and you said, I want to double my money, then I might say, okay, well, just double the amount of time that you're working. Because that is somewhat achievable right there if you double the amount of time that you're working to think that your revenue is going to double as well. But if you ask the question, how do I 50x my revenue, my income? Now, that's a totally different question because you can't 50x your time. There's not that much time in the day. It's impossible. So you start having to ask new questions like, who can help me 50x my income? What systems and processes can help me 50x my income? Too many times we keep it into the safety of the efforts of what we can do to achieve new goals, which makes us create our goals within our personal limits. But what I want you to do is to reach outside of what you personally can do and make your goals so big that you have to get resourceful and depend on teams. This is the secret power of the wealthy, is teams. Because as soon as you get outside of your capabilities of executing, then you start seeing significant growth and endless possibility. Just think about if you can multiply an effort over and over and over again and take a percentage of those efforts in profits. Not only are you creating an opportunity for someone to plug into your ecosystem and plug into the opportunities that you created through your business, but you also get to benefit from their excitement and their efforts. It's a win-win situation. It's the law of reciprocity. You offer something, you give something, and you receive something back. It's inevitable how that works. So what questions are you asking yourself, and are you making goals based off of your bank account and your personal effort? Or are you making goals and asking questions that are outside the realm of your capabilities? Because this is where you need to stay, in that environment of where it's impossible for you to do it alone. Because then true life-changing experiences will take place. You will see your wealth begin to grow. You will see the accomplishments and achievements in your life begin to grow. This past year, I made some big moves in my disaster cleanup company, and I hired people to replace myself. And I made an investment into those individuals and into the company because the revenue technically wasn't there to support it and still pay me the same. So I had to reduce what I earned for a moment so that I could pay another individual to come in and take on my roles. I still have a position that I'm going to have to hire out that's going to allow us to grow faster and be more efficient. And it's an upper leadership position that's going to cost me a decent amount of money. But I don't see it as a cost. I see it as an investment into the company's future, an investment into my future. Because if I can build myself out of the position I'm at in the company and be an absentee owner to where I come in and communicate with my upper management, and I hold them accountable to their KPIs, their key performance indicators. And then they hold the people they're over accountable to their KPIs. Then we've got an ecosystem and it's a chain effect. See, where we make the mistake so many times as entrepreneurs is we try to manage more than what we personally can manage because we don't trust someone to delegate it to them. And a lot of you guys are not great managers. A lot of you guys think that other individuals are going to respond just like you do. They're self-motivated, but people on a whole are not self-motivated. You are a freak if you're self-motivated and hold yourself accountable. And most people need to have that accountability. See, if I sit too long stagnant and idle without producing something, I get anxious because I understand that the world and time is clicking by so quickly that I'm losing opportunity. Now, I don't know if that's healthy or not, but that's just how I am. And that's one reason that I am able to see growth in my life so quickly, because I have to constantly be on that mission of what can I do to better myself and what can I do to grow my capabilities, my knowledge, and expand in my environment. So since you probably aren't that great of a leader, you need to hire someone, or manager, you need to hire someone that is good at managing others, that understands that they have to be told repetitively. It needs to be educate why they need to do something, how they need to do it, and then you reinforce it over and over again. It takes multiple times of hearing something, and it takes many days of doing something before it becomes a habit. And until it becomes a habit, it has to be reinforced daily. I've experienced this in my crew as we create new systems and processes. Even myself, if I go out into the field to perform a service, I won't even follow my standard operating processes to a T because I'm out of rhythm. It is no longer a portion of my lifestyle. It's not a daily habit that I do. This is why it's so important to reinforce everything on a daily basis, at least for the first 45 to 60 days, so that it becomes a muscle memory, it becomes a habit. Then at that point, people respond subconsciously in efforts because now it is a habit in their life. It's funny how that works. So going back to the questions and your goals and asking the right questions, we're inside January 2023. And many of you have set goals, and I want you to think back to the goals that you've set. And I want to make sure that they're goals that are big enough to make you expand, to give you that sense that makes your heart pitter-patter a little bit, that gives you the butterflies on the inside, because it's uncomfortable to think that you're going to have to get uncomfortable to achieve this goal. Because when you're making decisions out of your current bank account, you're not making the correct decisions. What I mean by that is we limit our belief when we work outside of our bank account, because we are capable of much more than what we currently have. So respond and set goals and achievements much further than what you currently have physically, and then design the team around those goals and achievements. I'm not great at search engine optimization on digital marketing. So I look for a team member to plug in to help me grow my company on that side, the market awareness, my digital eyeballs to promote me in the digital world of marketplace. And that team member is not on payroll as a W-2. They have their own company, but I reach out to them and I let them do what they are experts at. Now I'm not limited on my own capabilities. There's no way that I could do a multi-million-dollar company and service all of that within myself if I was the team member in the field doing those services. I had to elevate myself and trust someone and delegate those responsibilities, and then put someone as an accountability partner to make sure that they're following the processes and handling the quality of service that we expect underneath our brand. Ask questions of what problems you want to solve, because there is a possibility of choosing the wrong problems to solve. Some problem solving pays more than other problem solving. I'm going to say that again. Some problem solving pays more than other problem solving. So what problems are you solving, and are you solving the most revenue generating problems? Because that should be your goal in life, to constantly keep elevating. This is everybody's goal, should be everybody's goal in life, even if you don't own a company, even if you're not entrepreneur. The goal is to constantly elevate yourself up, to solve more important problems so that you bring greater value and get paid higher, because now you're solving a higher rated problem. I hope that this information hits you and levels you up to a greater success in life, because it truly does matter what questions you ask yourself and what questions you ask others. Surround yourself with people that are doing bigger and better things. Get uncomfortable and be the smallest person in the room in whatever you're trying to achieve and get after. Don't be the smartest person in the room, because it does absolutely nothing for you. Will there be times when you're the smartest person in the room? Absolutely. And that's when you should sit there and give back. But you should strive to get in rooms where you are the dumbest and you are the weakest, so that you can elevate yourself up. If you want to find more content from me and you want to plug in and you're interested in acquiring businesses, in negotiating businesses and scaling businesses, and then selling the businesses for a massive lift, reach out on Facebook group Blue Collar Millionaire, where me, Kevin Marin, and Mark Evans DM have partnered up to share a ton of information. We have over decades of experience in owning businesses, from the startup phase to the acquisitions, the scaling, and even selling businesses. We would love to share our free content. Every Tuesday, we have a live interview with someone that's in this space that's very successful. We also have a private group called the War Room, where we have weekly calls and we dive straight into your deals, to your business, to help you scale your business so that you can have life-changing cash flow in your financial family tree. And until next time, I want you guys to live in success.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.